Hi, everybody. How are you? Hello, hello. It is spiritual medium psychic Ashley Smarowsky, and I have the beautiful Isabelle here with me. Right. How is everybody? So right now it is about 7:04 Eastern Standard Time on Friday. So if you're watching us now, say hi. I can see a bunch of comments already showing up. And if you're watching the replay, just do hashtag replay because we always see those comments.
Yeah, I need to switch to the comment section. I was in private chat. I'm like, I'm not seeing anything. There we go. All right. Hello, everybody.
Perfect. You can see them all?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay. Good. Awesome. I'm excited. So for everyone who's joining us, do us a favor. Go ahead and share the video, share to your page, share to any groups that allow it, share to your story, all that good stuff. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hi, Dawn. Hi, Cheryl. Hey, Amanda, Ed, everyone. Hi.
Wow. Where's everybody from? Is everybody having a good week? I know this month has been for a lot of people, it's been super crazy and super hectic. So just to check in, how's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Where's everybody from?
It's like everyone I talk to, they're like, this month has been chaotic. I'm like, I feel you.
I feel like it's been like a huge punch to the gut. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I can't wait for this portion to be over with.
Yep.
Get back to some normalcy, or at least
I have a good feeling about November. Yeah, I have a good feeling about November. I'm like, November's going to be good.
Yeah, I hope so. But I've had better months. Yes. Fight with my family. Hello from Maryland. You're in PA? Me too.
Yep. Me too.
Italy. Wow. Italy. Wow.
I love it.
I feel like you gathered a lot of people from all over different countries. That's really cool.
It is. It's so cool. And there's been so much growth on the page in the past couple months. And, whereas before it was mostly Pennsylvania, Maryland, Texas, that's where most people were from. And now it's literally everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. That's really cool though. That growth is awesome. California, coast of Maine.
I love it.
Michigan, Wisconsin. Awesome. Awesome.
Cool. A little bit of Scotland. I love it.
Yeah.
So,
welcome.
Okay. So super excited that you guys are here. So if you are completely new, welcome. My name is Ashley Smarowsky and I'm a spiritual medium psychic. And Isabelle here is one of my wonderful master healers. And so Isabelle's also a psychic medium. And here in just a second, she is going to introduce herself. But I wanted to let you guys know of something just real quick. Tonight's going to work just a little bit differently than how we usually do it when we do the joint lives. So for those of you who watch regularly, you can tell, obviously I'm in a different setting. My husband and my daughter had to leave, which means I'm home alone with my 3-year-old. So I'm trying to juggle. So I will be present the first half of the live, and then the second half of the live, I'll be here, but I'll be muted, and Isabelle's going to go ahead and take over, because 3-year-olds, they can only stay quiet for so long. So I am very excited. So what we're going to do is Isabelle's going to introduce herself, let us know who she is, a little bit about her, what she's got going on. And then I am going to go ahead and do a collective card pull for everyone. And then after that, Isabelle's going to come back and she's going to go ahead and do some mini readings for you. So super excited. So again, share the video, the more the merrier. And I guess with that being said, and if you guys are interested in Isabelle, I'm sorry, I forgot. Everything is in the description of the video. So if you're watching on Facebook, it's up there. And if you're watching on YouTube, it's down there. So Isabelle, if you just want to let people know who you are, the floor is yours.
Absolutely. So it's been a little while since I've been on here. I think the last live that I did was in August. So we ended up rescheduling, and we rescheduled it in September. So now it's, I feel like it's been forever. But but yes, my name's Isabelle. I go by the East Coast Shaman, and like Ashley said, I'm a psychic medium as well. I'm also a tarot advisor, a spiritual podcaster, and an herbalist. But I use the term herbalist loosely because I'm still in the process of studying and getting all that good stuff in. I feel like I've been saying that for months now. But so if you check my shop, if you check on my website and stuff, there's no herbalism products at the moment. However, me and one of the other master healers, which I believe was on here yesterday, Nikki.
Okay.
We are collaborating together and we're creating a tea to help balance the chakras and stuff. So that's going to be really fun. So that's probably going to be one of my first products. And I plan to have that launch before the end of the year. So yeah, I know. I was actually thinking of doing, you guys let me know what you think, but I was actually thinking about doing a little Black Friday thing in November. and I was going to do samples of this new tea that I'm creating. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm not trying to put any deadlines on myself because I know when I do that, I'm like, things don't go.
Yeah.
So, but that's my plan. But if you guys are interested in that, let me know. But yeah, so today we are going to be doing spirit-led mediumship. And the way that this works, it means that I'm not necessarily going to be picking someone directly out of the audience to read for. I'm actually going to let spirit choose. So I'm going to connect with the spirit and I'm going to start giving you guys details of the spirit. And then a couple of you will probably be able to resonate with who I'm connecting to. And then I'm going to try my best to narrow it down to one person. So I think that should be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And before we jump into everything, I just want to let you know how I work, because that's one thing that's for certain is every psychic medium works differently. That goes for any spiritual modality, really. But so first, before I start connecting and doing my reading, I'm going to turn my camera off briefly. That's when Ashley's going to be doing the collective card pool. I'm going to take about maybe 3 to 5 minutes just to make sure I have a good connection. Then I'm going to hop back on and we're going to start things. So one of the things that you'll probably see me doing, I have a notebook here and I write a lot. So I do automatic writing. So you'll see me writing. And one thing that I noticed as I watched some of my previously recorded sessions that I do with people, I go through this, I call it like a light trance almost, where it's like I'm like completely frozen. Like I'm not blinking, I'm not moving, I'm not saying anything. And I don't even really realize I'm doing it. But I noticed that. So just know that there's nothing wrong with the cameras. I'm not frozen. It's just something I do. And like I said, if you're resonating with any of the information that's coming through, I would really appreciate you just putting like a I understand or a yes. Please don't give me like too much information. So also put maybe like a little emoji or something next to your comment so it's easy to pull the comments. Now I know that, like I said earlier, there's going to probably be like multiple people that understand or resonate with this, but again, I'm going to try to narrow it down to one person. But if you are resonating with a lot of the information, still take that message, because spirit does work that way and they can connect with different people as well. And when I'm in my zone and stuff, I'm probably not going to be looking at the comments that much, just because I want to stay in the zone. I don't want to get into my logical brain and start scrolling through comments and reading everything. So I'm going to have Ashley here kind of moderate, and she's going to be pinning the comments. So I'll briefly glance over to see if it's resonating with anybody, and then I'll continue. And also, I tell this to all my clients who work with me, just be open to interpretation. Because I always say that it's like, when you're connecting with spirit, you're doing things mediumistically. It's all like signs, symbols, synchronicities. Mm-hmm. And you have to interpret, what that means and stuff. And sometimes it's like playing charades. And I remember, just for a quick example, I remember this one time I was doing a reading and I got a 4-leaf clover. And I was thinking, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm seeing a 4-leaf clover. I'm thinking that this person must have been really lucky in life. And it was actually an identification, like a symbol from spirit to me to say that they were Irish. It wasn't actually being lucky. So I was like, oh, all right. So then I got it. But yeah, so just be open to interpretation, keep an open mind. And I'm going to shoot for within this hour to try to connect to about 3 to 4 people on the other side. And if I get a little bit too energetically drained, which, it may happen. This is actually my first time doing this, guys. I never did a live with mediumship. So just to let you know, but if I get a little bit too energetically drained, we're going to just go ahead and we're going to jump into some spiritual Q&A or something, just something a little bit lighter.
I'm super excited. I think you're going to do a great job. And what better way to do it than just jump in, right?
I know. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to completely jump out of my comfort zone this time and just see, because how else are you going to grow with,
Right. You've been doing mediumship readings for a while now, a couple years. And so this is just the first time live.
Yeah, exactly. And with all these people here too, it's a lot of energy coming in. I can already feel it. Yeah. But also, I just want to share, if you're hoping to hear from a loved one today, and the spirits that come through aren't resonating with you, you can always get a private reading with me. I have a discount code going on until the end of October, so October 31st. Discount code is Halloween, so easy to remember. It's for 20% off. And also check out my October special, which is like the 3-question psychic reading. It's a pre-recorded video. I send it to your email. So super, super fun stuff. So, all right, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to turn my camera off. Actually, I have to figure out how okay, I see it. So I'm going to turn my camera off real quick, and then we're going to come back and jump in. Ashley's going to take over, do this collective card pull. Okay?
Yep.
All righty. I'll see you in a couple minutes.
Okay. All right, guys. So Isabel's going to take a few minutes to kind of do her meditation, get in the zone, get ready to connect with spirit. So you guys start talking to your loved ones and start asking them to come forward. And while we're waiting for Isabel, I'm going to go ahead and just do a collective card pull for everyone who's watching. So this is going to resonate a little differently with everyone. When we do a collective card pull, you know, it's for everyone. So for one person, it could make sense in the area of work. One person, it could make sense in the area of relationship, personal growth. You know, everyone's a little different. So trust your own intuition and let the messages resonate with you. However, it just feels right. Okay, let's see. What does everyone need to know? Let's see. Oh, you guys got a lot of energy. Things have been a little wonky, huh? I'm feeling a lot of like, we're lacking balance. That's what I keep hearing. We're lacking balance. What are we lacking balance in? Oh, yep. I'm going to pull 3 cards and then I'll share those with you. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. Also, if you guys are interested in anything, all of Isabel's information is in the description of the video, and then her website is like scrolling down here in this banner. And if you guys are interested in anything with me, you can go to my profile and click the link in my bio. So here are the 3 cards that came out, and then we'll dive into the message. So we have hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learnings, teachings. Then we have plant yourself here, which talks about integration, embodiment, taking grounded action. This is the card that I'm like, oh yeah, we're definitely talking about balance. And then the wild rose, do it your way, embrace your uniqueness, untamed. So the lack of balance that I was really feeling even before I pulled any cards, the lack of balance I really feel is coming in from you're struggling to find balance between, how do I want to word this? Hold on, baby. Sorry. Again, 3-year-olds. So struggling to find balance between what you have to do and what you want to do, between your responsibilities and between your passions, between doing everything for everyone else and doing things for yourself. Like, I really feel like you're struggling to find the balance there. And for a lot of you, it feels like you're struggling to find the balance because you don't know what you're passionate about, or you don't know, you don't have a hobby, or you don't know what you want to do, or what direction, or, you know, how to prioritize yourself. Like, it really feels like we're kind of like searching through the dark to try to figure out, what am I supposed to do? And so I want you to kind of take a step back. Okay. Rather than continuing to search and just kind of grasping for straws, take a step back and ask yourself, what do I enjoy? Like what makes me feel happy, or what makes me feel fulfilled, or what brings me a sense of peace? And it can be small. You can seriously start off with like a cup of coffee. You know, okay, after a cup of coffee, what is it? Oh, you know, I really like when I'm driving and I see the leaves, you know, changing colors, or, you know, I really like when I hear a certain type of music come on. Like, I would encourage you to start like keeping track, like get a little notebook, even if it's like one of the little handheld ones, and just keep it in your bag. And as the day goes on, when you notice something ignites a positive reaction out of you, make a note of it. And what you're going to do is you're going to start to see a pattern. So for some of you, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, there's so much nature in my notes here. Or, oh my gosh, there's so much artistic things or creativity in my notes here. So it's going to help you start to kind of narrow things down as to what triggers those emotional, those positive, those upbeat reactions out of you. And then you can just start to explore. So you can start to explore. You can start to say, okay, well, you know, if I'm really into nature, maybe I'll try going on a walk around my local park, or, you know, maybe I'll try to, you know, take care of a potted plant and not kill it. You know, those sort of things. Like, start off really small and then see where that leads you. But what Spirit is saying is like, you have to take action, if you want to see things change, if you want to have a better balance between what you have to do and what you want to do, you have to be the one to initiate those changes. Okay, so start small. It doesn't have to be overwhelming, but this card literally says like it's hidden in plain sight. So this is saying like, pay attention to your everyday experiences. That's all that you need to help guide you to where you want to go. And then it's kind of just like following the breadcrumbs. So don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. Does that make sense? I see a lot of you saying like, nailed that. Yes, good. So yes, let me know in the comments if this message resonates with you. But creating that balance is so important, because what we do is we get stuck in this hamster wheel of life where our days just become so predictable. And then by the end of the day, we're so drained because we put so much time and energy into things outside of ourselves. Other people, other people's responsibilities, other people's dreams. Like when we go to work, we're working for our boss. Like that's not our dream, that's theirs, but we're working for them. Or, just whatever it is, always putting ourselves last. And so if you want to incorporate more positivity, if you want to learn how to prioritize yourself, then you have to be willing to take those little baby steps. Does that make sense? And I think that as you do that, you're just going to become so much more comfortable in your own skin, that those tasks that you have to do that you don't really want to do don't seem so draining. And at the end of the day, you're not as drained because now you have that balance. So it's life, right? Like there's going to be aspects of our day-to-day that we just don't want to do, but we have to do because it's life. It's just the nature of a human existence. But we have to prioritize doing the things that do fill us up. We all hear the saying, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? You can't pour from an empty cup. So why are you trying? Why are you trying? You have to fill your cup up. That's the only way that you're going to have the energy to give to those other things outside of yourself. Does that make sense? Yes. Wow. Great advice. Good. Good. I'm glad you guys are resonating with that. But I was outside 2023 harvest in deep freeze tonight. Yeah. Yeah. And so, if something that you enjoy doing, if the weather is kind of making that more difficult, try something new, or, change it up a little bit. Maybe if it was something you were doing outside, now bring it inside, something along those lines. But that is the message for tonight. So I'm so glad to hear that you guys are resonating with that. So while we're giving Isabelle a few more minutes, I did want to mention, since I have you all here, I have a lot going on. I am getting ready to release my my November calendar. So if you're not a part of my free texting community yet, join it. You can click the link in my bio to do that. If you are in Maryland or Pennsylvania or anywhere close by, I am going to be doing 2 in-person events in Middle River, Maryland on Sunday, December 10th. Tickets are already on sale. So if that's something you'd like to join me with, or join if that's something you want to be a part of, if you want to grab a ticket, if you want to have a chance to see me in person and connect with your loved ones in person, again, click the link in my bio and you can find that information. Sorry, I am juggling tonight. I'm home alone with my 3-year-old. You want to watch Spidey? Yes, you may watch Spidey. I'm juggling being home alone with my 3-year-old tonight. Baby, sorry, 1 second. This Spidey is not available yet. You have to find a different Spidey. That one doesn't come out until Halloween. The joys of work and motherhood. Okay, so Isabelle is back. So I'm going to go ahead and Isabelle, the floor is yours. I will stay here. I will mute myself, but I will still be, pinning comments and engaging here and there where I can. All right.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So hello, everybody. Again, we're doing the spirit-led mediumship. So once I connected, I heard son. So I feel like I have someone's son with me, but it's definitely a younger male. And I got the number 32, but that doesn't mean that that's the age. It can just be a number affiliated with that individual. And I'm also feeling like They show me pills, so I don't know if this is necessarily talking about the way that they pass, but it does represent addiction for me. So I feel like this person struggled with addiction in their life. When it comes to their personality, though, I feel like they were more of like a state of themselves kind of person. They were introverted. I wouldn't say that they had, like, I guess, many friends, but they had like a close knit group of friends that they would spend time with.
So there's a few people that are saying it sounds like their loved one.
Okay.
Do you just want me to start pinning people, or do you want to see if there's someone specifically that you're drawn to?
You can. Let's go to Lisa McKee.
Okay.
This one was 32. Okay. And would you understand, Lisa, the addiction half? And they made me feel like they have a sibling too. Like, no, I did not do pills. Okay. Okay. Megan definitely sounds like my brother. Okay. Would you understand a reference to would you understand if he had a reference to military? I want to say Marines. So was your dad. Okay. All right, let me try to narrow it down here. Because what I was sensing, I feel like the individual, it keeps showing me like one sibling though. Let me see if they can give me some more information here. Just bear with me. Okay, so I'm asking about their passing. And even though I feel like it may have been I want to say I feel like it may have been related to an addiction, but I'm not 100% sure right here. But I am feeling like this sensation here on my right underneath my ear as well. They're also showing me fire, so I feel like this individual was cremated. Multiple people have like the urns here. So it was given to family. Oh, okay, Megan. My brother had to do with addiction, but addiction's not what took him. He did have an IV in the neck and was cremated. Okay. And they're showing me on the other side that they're with a grandmother figure here. You'd be with your grandma. Okay. Would you understand why he's showing me like a necklace though? Because I feel like this is significant somehow. Like this might have been an item that maybe he wore that he gave to someone. Does it look like a necklace? And they're also sharing it brings up a memory of me with my mom. We used to go to Ocean City, Maryland. We would stay there for just a weekend trip. But those were like some of the best times that I had with like, you know, just vacation wise. So I feel like this is also a shared memory as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be that exact ocean, but to the beach in general, I feel like what they're saying. And they also have me, as I'm doodling here, they have me draw a kite. I'm trying to think. I feel like that's definitely a symbol for me. I feel like that's about being set free. He loved Ocean City. Okay, awesome. Would you understand like spreading the ashes by chance? Because I feel like I don't know if that's what the kite is meaning for me, but I'm getting a sense that there is like the cremation and the ashes being spread somewhere, because the kite makes me want to say being like, you know, kind of like let go in a way, but not in like a negative sense. Like there's a good meaning behind it. He went every year with my parents and his kids. And I know that this is sometimes overdone. Wait, we didn't spread them. They were used for a tree. Okay. So he brought my attention, and I know that this seems like a sign that's overdone when we talk about butterflies and stuff, but specifically the orange and black monarch butterflies is what I'm sensing here. And I feel like that's a sign that, you know, he will give to you randomly, letting you know that he's still around. I want to pull a card for you, Megan. If there's any other messages that he wants to share. Yes, okay. Okay, so he's giving me the surrender card. And this one says, I can release my need to control. He's also bringing like a sense of being very proud. Like he's so proud to have you as a sister. Every time we see an orange and black butterfly, my mom and I call each other that day. Call each other that. Okay. Yeah. I'm like stuttering over my words. But okay, awesome. I love that. I love that. But yes, so he gave you, I just put the card back in there. Darn it. Not paying attention. But so we had the surrender card. And he's just saying about like releasing that, you know, feeling to control things. I guess like, you know, letting things kind of go the way that they're supposed to. And, you know, just letting things happen like how they're supposed to. But yeah, so thanks, Megan. Happy to connect with you and your brother. Let me go and see if I can bring through another person. What time are we at? 7:30. I feel like, wow. I feel like time just like flew by. And I'm only on one. I do try to control everything since he passed. Yes, he's letting you know to release that. All right, let me see. Okay, so now I'm sensing this is, I want to say this is a younger female. They feel, not sure the age. Let's get more information. Now, I feel like this person was outgoing. And we'll get into more specifics here soon. They're bringing the attention to their hair. I feel like this person, it seems dark to me. So they had like dark hair as well. But I feel like that was something that they were complimented on a lot, was their hair. I feel like it was very thick. I feel like it was very long. And it's almost like they're saying, don't forget shiny. Okay. So I feel like this person very much cared about their appearance and their upkeep. I feel as throughout school that they were, you would possibly consider them being a little bit more on the popular side. Outgoing. And I feel like they were athletic too. Participated in like the extracurriculars. I want to say like it was, Jennifer says that resonates with you. Okay. I want to say it was like cheerleading, but then also they did something else as well. when I asked them about passing, they kind of gave me sensations. She did her freshman year. Okay. She's giving me sensations in the head. And sometimes I get this a lot when it comes to passing, and I'm trying to connect to someone who passed and they give me a sensation in the head, but I'm trying to get familiar with what that actually means though. But would that resonate with there being some type of like head trauma by chance? And if not, just let me know. I can dive deeper. Addiction. Okay. Would you understand like falling and like hitting the head? That's what I'm kind of falling back sensation. From what we know, yes. Okay. And in honor of her, was there like a balloon release? Because she's making me feel like there was something done in honor of her. She showed me balloons. Okay. Awesome. She's giving me chills. She comes in very strongly. Okay. Okay. She does want me to say, because she keeps repeating this to me. She was like, just tell her I love her. Tell her I love her. And she makes me feel like you're still like somewhat grieving this passing, but she's just saying like, everything's going to be okay. I'm okay. And she wants you to know that. It's rough. Yeah. Was she close with? I feel like she's on the other side with someone who's older than her, and this makes me feel like a grandfather like relationship, but it makes me feel like this person that she's with, older male, very close in life as she was getting older. Would that make sense? because I feel like they very much a part of her life growing up. Her dad, okay. But yes, they're showing me like that being together. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and pull a card for you. He passed 4 months before her. Oh my God. That's so like quick in between. I send you my love though, Jennifer. I know that that's hard. Okay, I want to pull 2 for you because they're giving me 2, but the first card we got was honesty. Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. Okay, so we got the health card. We have the honesty card. So this is what the health card looks like. And this one says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So I feel like with all of this, that went on and everything, it's a very tough situation. And again, I give you so much love. And I want to send that to you. But I feel like what they want you to know is just like, still, take care of yourself and stuff. Don't, let all of this like bog you down. It's okay. They're both okay on the other side, and they are with you every day. And then we have the honesty card, and it says, I'll show you too. This camera is weird to me. Like I want to move it that way, but it's this way. But it says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So it's being honest with yourself. And, I feel like, whatever you feel needed through your grieving process, honor that, do what makes you feel best and stuff. Allow yourself that space to grieve. But then also remember to like take care of yourself as well in the process. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me check the time here. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's going so fast.
You're doing so good though. Like I am loving, like I'm trying to juggle the baby as well, but I am loving just like listening. And I can I could see like the wheels turning as you're like processing and connecting. And I'm always on the other side of it. So this is fun for me.
Awesome. All right. Let's see who else I can bring through. Okay. All right, so this, I feel like they just gave me like 2 validations here. So I feel like whoever's in the audience right now, this is someone's father, but they're also making me feel like they're also a grandfather too. So that means that, you or possibly one of your siblings would have had kids. And I'm not 100% sure right now if this happened before or after the passing, but he's acknowledging though that that's also something that I feel like he's happy about, is that he's a grandpa. But yeah, like that's something like, that's something that like badge of honor grandfather, because that's like seems like what he wants to really talk about is just like, how proud he was, like, I got to spend time with my grandbabies, and he's very happy about that time that he spent with them. before the passing. But I feel like this gentleman who I have here, they're giving me the number 57. Again, not sure if that's an age, could be a year, like a year they were born. Be open to that number. I feel like they were very warm-hearted, though, and they cared a lot about other people. I feel like they had a lot of compassion for other people. They really wanted to help others, especially when it came to family. I feel like they were always putting themselves out to, you know, help their. I'm trying to get. I feel like there's 3 girls connected to him. I'm not sure if this is like granddaughters, or it kind of makes me feel like this may be his children. I'm feeling like a lot of feminine energy, so I don't really necessarily think there was a brother. And I feel like there was that the passing didn't happen fast. I feel like there was a couple months that went past before they actually did pass. But I also feel like they didn't tell the family immediately that their health was declining. I felt like they waited because they didn't want to scare anybody, and they kept it to themselves. Is that resonating with anyone? They also make me feel like they were in and out of like hospitalization too. And I also feel like the person, whoever this may be for, they already knew, like they knew that this was coming. They knew deep down, even though they didn't want to, or I should say, you knew deep down, like this was, the passing was coming, but again, they didn't really bring it up. But I feel like with hospital visits, you had an idea. I'm not sure if hospice was intertwined with this as well, like hospice care.
So there's a few people that are saying they can take it, but I don't want to pin the wrong person.
Okay, it's okay. I'll give more information, and then we'll try to figure it out. Okay. They're making my chest feel heavy too. So I feel like whatever was going on, there was some type of chest issue. I'm not necessarily sure if that is what caused the passing, but it's heavy. I don't necessarily want to pinpoint something, but I'm going to go with possibly like COPD or like lung cancer or something. Okay, which lung cancer? Okay. And did they have they're bringing my attention to a dog as well. I'm not sure if they lived alone, but they're making me feel like they were alone. And if they did have someone else in the house, they spent a lot of their time alone. But they're bringing my attention to this dog, though. And I feel like someone has it, like currently. Marie. That's my dad. I have his dog. Okay. I love that. See, I knew that dog was important. It's like, what's this dog? Would you understand him being like that alone factor that he was talking about or bringing up to me? Because he makes me feel like there was someone widowed, I feel. Would you understand? Spent most of his time in the bedroom alone. Okay. So that's what I was feeling. Like there was that alone factor there. And he makes me feel like he lived a pretty happy life though, but he keeps saying like, you know, if he could go back, he would do things differently. Um I want to say that's relating I feel like that's relating to health. Like taking care of themselves. As I'm doodling, there's a little heart here, so I feel like that's just showing like a lot of love going your way. And doodled, it's a little bit skewed here, but it looks like 333. So I feel like that may be an angel number that he possibly shows you and stuff when he's near. Or there may be a significant message between that number 333 that he wants to tell you. Would you understand the angel number part? You're big in angel numbers. But yes, look out for the 333 because I definitely feel like he's giving you that. He's saying, I feel like it's just words of encouragement. Keep moving forward. Keep your head up. And he makes me feel like there's a lot of stuff that you're stressed about that doesn't really deserve like the attention right now. Like, yes, it all seems like it's, I'm losing the train of thought here. It's like when sometimes like things like seem like it's important, like it's actually not as big of a deal as what we make it seem to be. I want to see if there's any more messages he may give. And this is really random, but I'm going to just say it though, but he's showing me a pretzel. So I don't know. I don't know if that specifically means anything, like possibly favorite food or something, but like I'm getting a pretzel. Just those random things that like pop up in my head. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull card for you. I'd always have pretzels with him when he'd get them. Oh, I love that. Are they soft pretzels? Okay. Okay, so we got the friendship card that came out. And this one says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So I feel like for this is really coming to me, I feel like almost in a line of support. And I feel like what he wants to say here is instead of like, you know, holding on to all those feelings that you have on the inside and like keeping them to yourself, you know, make sure that you're letting it out. So venting, like talking to that like close supportive friend. And I feel like this can also be a family member as well, that you're really close to. It doesn't necessarily have to be like just, you know, a friend or something, but someone who you can rely on and you can trust, that's very supportive of you. Is what I feel like he's saying is, you know, that bond of friendship is important. So, you know, make sure that you're releasing that excess, like I guess energy, the negativity, self-limiting beliefs and stuff, all that, and just like kind of like letting it go and letting it out. And also I'm getting drawn to my cousin. She's my biggest supporter. I love that. And I'm being drawn to writing as well, journaling and getting it on paper and stuff. And it almost makes me seem like, and I mean, I know this is easier said than done, but I'm really feeling like this is like a kind of like a nightly thing or like a daily thing. And even if it's not like a daily thing, like, you know, whenever you can, but maybe at least a couple times a week, I feel like he's trying to say that that's really going to help release any like heavy, like pent up emotions that, you know, you're holding on to, self-limiting beliefs, things like that. So just keep that in mind. But yes, those are the messages that he had for you. And it's already 8:04 and I can't believe it, but I'm happy that I didn't like drain all my energy and then
You did so good. I love these messages. And I think it's important to also mention, because I've been watching these comments the whole time and I tried to pin it to remind people, but spirit will work together. So if you guys are like, oh my gosh, that sounded like my loved ones, it's got to be my loved one, not Marie's or not Megan's or whatever. Take those messages, please take them. There's no such thing as coincidence. So when you resonate with a message, you were supposed to hear it.
I love that.
I love it. Marie said, thank you so much. I needed this more than you know.
Oh, you're welcome, Marie. Anytime. Well, I love your work. Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate that. But yeah, so I'm really happy. I like totally stepped out of my comfort zone there. Ashley, I hope you are, because you're my teacher.
I am. I'm thrilled. Yeah. You know, like since the moment you came into my life, right? I'm like, do it scared, do it scared, do it scared. Just like hammer that into your head.
Do you remember? I don't know if you might have forgot, but I remember the first time that we had like the Master Healer group was like just launched, and we just had our like intros and stuff. We really didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. And I was saying like I was really nervous about getting on, but one thing that I learned about nervousness from this like stage fright coach was to like run in place really fast for like 30 seconds. So best believe I was doing that before I got on here.
I love that. I do remember you telling me that. And I was like, that's so funny, but it makes sense, right? Like just get that adrenaline going, like, okay.
Yeah. Cause like because I had like this heavy feeling in my stomach, and I know, cause I naturally, I just have that anxiety. And like, as soon as I did that, it kind of like went down and it like released. But I do that a lot. Like whenever I'm getting on Zoom with someone I don't know, I'm like,
yeah. I love that. I might have to start doing that, because I don't really get nervous before like virtual stuff anymore, but like my in-person, like the big groups and stuff that I do, like I'm like breathe. I might just have to like stand off to the side of the stage and people just see me running in place. I'm like, ignore me.
Yes.
I'm going to try it.
Yes. It's helpful. It's really helpful.
Yeah. You did so good. Like, I'm super proud of you. I loved the messages. I loved watching you in your zone and how people were relating. And so if you guys love Isabelle as much as I do, which you absolutely should, again, all of her information is in the description of the video. So on Facebook, it's up there, and on YouTube, it's down there. And if for any reason you can't find either one of those things, her website is running down here on the banner. Or you can always go to like ashleyspiritualmedium.com and click my Master Healers tab. So there's a million ways to find Isabelle.
Yes. So. But yeah, and also just another reminder and stuff. I did say it in the beginning, but just in case you tuned in a little bit later, I am doing a little special offer until the end of this month. So October 31st, I'm going to be done, but 20% off of my mediumship readings with me. And I was going to say something else. I forget. But oh yeah. The October special also. So that's like 3 questions. I'll answer them for you. It's just a psychic reading. It's pre-recorded and sent to your email. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. Go to my website. You can schedule there. Okay.
That's amazing. I'm excited. So, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And Isabelle, thank you for, being patient. Let me juggle my son on top of trying to do this with you.
I totally understand, because my kids are like constantly, well, I can't like, they'll be downstairs, but my daughter likes to hop the gate and run up, and she just barges in on me. Yeah. They're at Target right now, so
yeah. I don't think you were watching. I think you were like in spirit zone, but like my son came in and like put his face right here, and I just like put my hand on his face and was like, you cannot be on camera. He's like, why?
Oh, I love that. That's funny.
All right. Well, this has been great. This has been so fun. So again, do us a favor, share the video, even though we're getting ready to hop off, share the video, because even if you didn't get a message today, or someone watches this in the replay, if you're resonating with those messages, you're resonating with some of the validations, there's a reason for that. Spirit works together. And so even if Isabelle did not call on you personally, but you're like, everything she said sounds like my so-and-so, or sounds like a message I needed to hear, there's a reason that you're here right now to hear it. Your loved ones know that Isabelle is one person. She can only connect to one person at a time, but they know that you're going to be here today. And so they will all work together on the other side to get those messages and validations through. So if you resonate with it, take it. Do not talk yourself out of that connection.
Yes, absolutely. Trust it.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, Isabelle, thank you so much. This has been so fun.
Yes, absolutely. I will see you sometime next month on another live. So
yeah. And I'm like, I'll talk to you here in just a few minutes too, but thank you to everyone who joined us and hung out. And if you want to book with Isabelle, head over to her website, schedule with her. If you have messages, or if you have questions, message her, and be sure to follow her on Facebook as well. So I love you all. I hope you all have a great night, and we will see you soon.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night.